Belgradski Pride može da počne!
Okay, my name is Goran Miletić and I'm Director for Europe and Middle East and North Africa at Civil Rights Defenders, and I'm also one of organizers of the Belgrade Pride and a member of organizing committee since the very beginning, and also I'm one of organizers of Euro Pride 2022 that will happen in September in Belgrade.
Okay, so we had a few questions for you. We wanted to ask you, because we are familiar with the Pride and the parade in Serbia and around the world, we wanted to ask you how was the first ever Pride, what was the experience of yours, and what did people say about it?
The first Pride in Belgrade 2001 was actually an attempt to organize Pride. It was an expectation from people that due to democratic changes that Serbian society became more open and more inclusive to everyone. There was expectations from organizers and from very small group of activists that there is a space or room or that there is, let's say, space for all. So that society is open now for all minorities, Roma, LGBT people with disabilities and so on, so that no one will be prosecuted or beaten or so on. So they organized quite spontaneously first gay pride. They informed police, but police did not do proper assessment of the security assessment of the whole event, and they sent less than 50 police officers, and they sent them mostly after the violence started on Republic Square. So 2009, in March, we got a law against discrimination. That law was very progressive, covering all grounds of discrimination, not only related to LGBT community. Because of that positive development, we believe that, okay, this is maybe time to organize Pride. And we scheduled that for October. We did it in very nice way. However, police start sending messages that there will be a lot of violence, that we will be responsible if someone is killed, injured, and so on. And then government of Serbia banned Pride in very last moment. 2010, there was organizing committee was changed, and they tried to organize it together with the government, with more cooperation with the government. But then, around us that were marching, about 1,000 of us, 2,000 of us, there were 6,000 policemen in 3 circles, and there were 6,000 hooligans who were attacking police. Because of that violence, 2010, 2011, 12 and 13, Pride was always banned by the government in the very last moment. We even was not informed by the relevant ministry. So from 2014 we have a better situation. We have less police every year, and then 3 years in 2018 and 19 we got Euro Pride, organizing of Euro Pride, and it will be really big. That will be a really big thing for Serbia, and we will have it in mid-September this year. So this is a short story how it developed, but now the situation is that we can practically organize something related to LGBT community, and that will happen without too much violence.
Okay. There was one more question that I wanted to ask you. What is your expectations on the next Pride events and those, well, let's say reactions to people and everybody around?
Reactions, I mean, opinion of people is changing over the time, and we do quite intensive opinion polls during so many years. And then, for example, if you see 2008, 72% of citizens of Serbia believe that homosexuality is illness, which is quite dramatic compared to many European countries. However, now, I mean, when we measure it like a year ago, that was 56%. This is not a big change, but still, it's a positive change. Less and less people, less than 5% of people are now justifying violence against the LGBT community. And when we measure it 2015, that was like 12%. So it's not good, but still there are some improvements. So this is the situation. I mean, in many countries this is fun. This is commercial event. In our case, it's still human rights story, and we want to show that you can be different but accepted in society.